Hello everyone, it's DA here with the top 5 things that every new player needs to know before attempting a heroic hunt in Dauntless. Heroic hunts are where you get your exotic weapon and your exotic gear. Those are basically the endgame items in Dauntless right now. The behemoths are tougher, the moves are precise, and they also deal more damage. Even though you can't stop people from being jerks to you all the time, these are some of the best ways to make sure people don't leave the queue the moment they examine your gear. Number 1 is going to be your resistance levels. Make sure that whatever gear you have on is at levels 10, all the way with every single one of them. And if not, make sure that they all combine to somewhere maybe over 400 or somewhere around 390, 397, because that is very important. This will determine how much damage you can take whenever you go on this hunt. The last thing anyone wants is to spend most of the hunts reviving you. If you will be KO'd by a single hit from a behemoth, then you need to farm more and level up that gear before going on the next heroic hunt. On number 2, we have the power levels. People want to know that you can deal a substantial amount of damage if all else fails. For this, it is encouraged that your weapon can deal somewhere above 380 damage on all levels. So you can make sure that you check your weapon for the strong, the normal, and the weak damage ratings, because that will be very important. That also lets your team know that, hey, you know what? This person can do a lot of damage. If we all go down, this person can chase off the behemoth or kill the behemoth. Usually above 400 is going to be your sweet spot. For the third one, we will have the gear items. Once you begin your journey closer to the maelstrom, you will begin to encounter enemies that deal a lot more damage or bleed damage over time. There are various gears that you will be able to farm at an earlier stage, and those will reduce the status duration of some of these effects. Each armor crafted from a behemoth will have resistance levels to it, and they will also tell you what they have resistance to, the damage type, elemental, physical, or crippling damage. One of the best to have when journeying to the heroics right now is going to be the Rage Tail gear. It has effects that can help a new player defensively and also helps you tremendously when it comes to your offensive stats. Also, as a FYI, don't equip a base level gear in any maelstrom battle. That is very dangerous. A level 10 Rage Tail gear is better than a base level gear from a Shroud or a Rezakiri, so that is very important to know. And of course, you know, the only exception is maybe you can equip a helmet that is the base level here and there, but it is really not advised to do so, because that will be one of the craziest things that people will look into, and some people might call you out on there. Now, different gear will also tell you what they can resist, and as I said earlier, it is important to pay attention to those things. Now, on the fourth one, we have what is known as cell stacking or damage stacking. These are where you begin to encounter stacking with meta cells and gear. Now, the metas right now for the most builds are Rage Hunter, Ether Hunter, Medic for the defensive side of things, you have Overpowered, and you also have Knockout King. Now, it is often advised to stack Rage Hunter and Ether Hunter together, then add Overpowered if possible whenever you're going into the Maelstrom. In the Maelstrom, you will often encounter behemoths that are both enraged and ether charged, and this is where you will gain a lot of benefits from stacking those cells. These cells will stack on top of each other and deal multiple damage. Some of them will deal 3 times or 4 times more damage than usual, so that is why it is very important, and depending on the kind of gear you have, they can also amplify that damage. But you also have to try them on different levels to build some levels of confidence and know how they work. My favorite right now is going to be the Rage Hunter, the Ether Hunter, and the Knockout King, because that gives me a lot of damage, and if I can KO the behemoth for a few seconds, then I can get more hits while it is staggered as well, and that is one of the beautiful things about it. Finally, you must understand the damage system. It is crazy, but hear me out. Dauntless damage is often split into percentages amongst players. If you go solo, the behemoth health will be at 100%. If you go duo, the health of the behemoth will scale up to 133. If it is a trio, it will be scaled up to somewhere around 166, and if it is a full squad of 4 people, the behemoth's health will be scaled to 200%. So that is important to know. Now, I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but that's how everything works so far. And because of the crazy damage system, it is important that you are at your full damage capacity. Due to this scaling, the game is expecting everyone to be at full capacity to take on each behemoth. So if you are not, it puts the team at a disadvantage. If everybody has all 400 damage and you are rocking out 200 damage, then your own percentage of damage is really a bad thing when it comes to comparing it to everybody else. But also, let's be honest here, the level of difficulty from the 4th island to the Maelstrom is very tremendous, so I'm not expecting anyone to be able to take this on the first try. No one is usually prepared for this stuff, but I hope this video helps you out. And also, make sure you bring your tonics and your portions with you when you go on this hunt. It makes it a little bit easier. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you find it informative. I'll see you on the next one.